When I was a little girl, I had a shirt that said Superstar Pilar, and it is my favorite shirt. I will never forget it. Brings back joy and happiness of everything that I dreamed of when I was a little kid. My last name, Ingargiola, is a Sicilian name, and you can imagine growing up trying to learn how to spell it, driving on my way to school in the mornings with my Italian father. And how do you spell your name? Inga. Oh, what's the next one? My first name is Pilar. It's Spanish. It means pillar of strength and fortitude. It also has a lot of spiritual meaning and symbolic meaning. The Maria del Pilar, a very strong spiritual figure. My first name has a lot of significance to me in that it's about kind of grounding and being a pillar of strength and fortitude, but also bringing that grounding together with spirit and bringing earth and heavens together. And so when I was thinking about what my pen name would be, the name Stella just came out. And Stella means star in Italian. So it brings my passion and dreaming big and shooting for the stars way of life, way of thinking, way of being, together with my Italian background and heritage. I remember hearing Jean Houston speak a couple of years back, and she was on stage, and I swear the words could have come out of my mouth. She just started talking about how she came out of the womb feeling the weight of the world on her shoulders. And it hit me that that's exactly how I felt my whole life. My father is an Italian engineer. My mother is an American artist, and I was raised biculturally, and so had a lot of the Italian passion, but the scientific and structured, upbringing of my father and the creative passion of my mother. My journey has really been in finding a balance between my head and my heart. And for a long time, I lived in my head and planned and scheduled and did a lot of really nerdy, policy wonky things. I think one of my biggest gifts to share with people is really shifting energy, meaning lighting a room up, lighting a person up, getting them to believe in what they're capable of or see what they're capable of. The one thing that drives me is that passion and empathy for change and being the change and inspiring that in others. I think people don't know why they're hiring me when they hire me. They just kind of get told, you have to work with Pilar. I have a lot of different gifts professionally. I've had a lot of experience kind of across the board. I've worked in government, with policymakers, with commissions, task force, governors, legislators, other policymakers, in creating more sound policy around social issues. I have worked with philanthropists and corporations to be more strategic in giving, to do corporate social responsibility and be thoughtful in those arenas, and then with nonprofits to be more effective in building a nonprofit and creating a nonprofit. And then in connecting those dots between those different entities with business, with media, with other kind of factors out there as well, with other sectors, and then cross-disciplinary, cross-topic areas from health, education, human services, criminal justice, peace, human rights, civil rights, multicultural issues. But ultimately what it comes down to, I think, is people hire me to really think strategically, and people hire me to look at the big picture, see things that they can't see, and then help them to figure out ways to actually implement them strategically. People hire me to do workshops, to bring out some of the gifts in their employees, the youth, their students, young people, speaking their truth, learning how to be active in public policy. And then I think just hiring me to come speak to a group of people to inspire them in whatever it is they're working on, kind of this balance between head and heart. So helping the people that are too heady get to be a little bit more grounded in being socially conscious and being more humanitarian, and then working with the folks that are very passionate yet need a little guidance and structure to become a little bit more productive, efficient, effective in what they're doing so they can make bigger changes.